Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday. Happy Friday, guys. It is the 15th of May, and this is our weekly recap, and I hope you're all doing well. And we have a market here that has just been absolutely on fire and strong. Yes, we had some weakness today. What was today's weakness from? Well, some will say it's from South Korea and what's going on over there. That's a very good answer. I will also add that you had some profit taking going into a very big OPEX after a huge move up and just overall weariness and tiredness in the market. That said, we gapped down and we went nowhere. Volume remains relatively low, and we held the 8-day on the SPY. So things still continue to look okay. When you're asking about, well, what about what's going on in the rest of the world? Well, crude here is still hanging around the 100. We'll see how that plays out next week with Iran. Bonds continue to weaken. This is not good. Now, if you're looking for a problem here in the markets, bonds are dropping like mad. The 10-year yield is going through the roof. The question is what's driving this and what's going on here. This is not what you want to see. The VIX, nothing going on here. Tried to pop this morning, didn't go. The Qs hit multiple new all-time highs, held the 8-day nicely and pushed back up. And overall, the market remains strong. The SMHs have been the leaders, gap down today, but holding the 8-day. We traded the hell out of NVIDIA this week. A nice move there, but the gap down here on this one again today. But holding in NBIS with a huge beat has at new all-time highs. We've seen this all over the place. AMD, Intel continue to hold in, although Intel looking a little bit vulnerable here. Micron, SanDisk, these memory names still holding in just fine as we go into next week and we go forward. The banks, they still don't want them. Energy had a nice little bounce today, maybe a little something to watch there. IWM could not make, in the small caps, did not make a new all-time high and gap down. The Dow also just missed an all-time high, evidently. We had a good report from Baba this week, and they bought it up and then they sold it all back off. We saw crypto bounce with Coin and Hood and yesterday, and they gave those moves back. It's just a very strange market. IGV having a nice day today, trying to break out. We'll see if it can. Still into a little bit of very small Microsoft calls. Had a nice move there, pushing up. Meta tried to break out yesterday, failed. I was in some calls overnight, took the loss on them, just couldn't go. But overall, Meta's still trying to be constructive. Apple put in a new all-time high today and remains strong. Google also just off the all-time high, holding the 8-day. Amazon not as strong here, held the 21-day. Tesla all the way back below the 8-day with a big gap and drop here. Not exactly what you want to see. What else? I mean, we traded ONDS, had a great report, pushed up, but not a pretty candle there today. Palantir is trying to push back up. It hasn't gone anywhere. And that's really kind of the names with what's going on here. It's constant market rotation right now. And it's rotation in a very specific group of names. They like the semis. You have 10 to 15 semis they're constantly in. They like Amazon. They like Google. They like Apple very much. You see rotation to IGV like today, but typically it lasts one day and then they run back out of it. Same thing with crypto names like Coin and Hood. But this market continues to hold in, and I continue to say this. We haven't broken any levels. I don't want to be short here. I haven't sold anything from my long-term positions here. I think overall we go up. Now, next week we go into a week and we have Memorial Day weekend coming up next weekend. And that means it is a full week next week, but Friday is going to be dead quiet, like after lunch, like nobody's around as we go into that. So keep that in mind. We have 2 full weeks left in the month already still, and we'll go from there. Outside of that, we get earnings next week. We got some more cloud names coming in and retail like Walmart and coming in, and we'll go from there. So everybody have a great weekend. I think I'll do some charts on Sunday, and I'll catch you guys live in the room on Monday morning. Link in description if you want to join us.